I hope I'm not interrupting.
I blinked a few times, wondering what he was doing here in the middle of the day. I thought he would be in surgery or at his office. You're not? I rearranged some of the papers on my desk to make sure the picture didn't see the light of day in his presence. What are you doing here? He walked in and shut the door behind him. His tall, athletic body made my small office seem even smaller. Dr. Brock Holland had a presence to him that made him loom larger. Brock approached my desk, clasping his hands. I didn't think I had ever seen him nervous. "Everything all right?" I asked. He stared aimlessly at a paperclip on my desk.
I wanted to say goodbye before I left on my Joint Allied training mission.
Brock was a major in the Army Reserve. As an anesthesiologist, he had treated soldiers and civilians all over the world on the battlefield and on humanitarian missions. This year, he was headed to Afghanistan for 6 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, it made me nervous. I thought we were all having dinner tonight. Meaning our group of friends, Kinsley, Ariana, Jonah, Brent, and probably Jill if she happened to be in town. He ran a hand over his dark hair, now cut military short.
We are, but I wanted to talk to you alone.
I bit my lip. Oh.
Dani?
He closed his deep blue eyes and paused before opening them, his gaze hitting me full force.
I think we should talk about our future when I get back.
Ours?
Yes.
What are you saying? I could barely breathe out. He flashed me his crooked grin.
That I'm going to miss you, and we'll talk when I get back in a few weeks.
He always played it close to the vest. It was maddening. Maybe I'll be around, I teased.
I'm counting on it.
He walked around my desk and opened his arms. I flew out of my chair and into them. He wrapped me up tight while I soaked in his peppermint and spice smell. Minute after minute, I clung to him, memorizing the steady beat of his heart. "Come back to me safe and whole," I whispered. He kissed the top of my head.
I promise.
Chapter 1.
"It is the price that must be paid,"
rang through the chapel during Sunday services. The same chapel I had been married in nearly 3 weeks ago, to the man who sat unnaturally stiff by my side. Brock sat close enough to me so that no one would question the validity of our unholy union. But he kept enough distance so that I would understand exactly where I stood with him. The pastor's words were more apropos than he would guess. I was paying. I dared a glance at my handsome husband, who stared straight forward so he didn't risk looking my way. His clean-shaven face still bore the marks of his harrowing capture and escape in Afghanistan over 2 months ago. So much joy and misery had taken place since that time. The cuts above his eye were healing and the bruises had all but faded, but his deep blue eyes, shadowed by a forest of dark lashes, spoke of deeper hurts. His tight, strong jawline screamed for me to look anywhere but at him. My gray, tear-filled eyes obeyed and fell away. I stared down at my lap, which was covered in the most elegant champagne chiffon, willing the tears not to drop. The dress was another reminder of the lie I lived. I had never owned clothes so fine, but any wife of a Holland was expected to look and play her part. My hands, resting upon the expensive fabric, were wrung so tight I could almost see the blood flow through my veins. If my blood spilled out, it would be a welcome relief, easier than the pain I bore now. I would do almost anything to forget, even if only for a moment, the heartache that ensconced us. But my hands unfolded and rested upon the reason the man I loved despised me, a reason so precious.